there, it's Tish with Star Love Healing. Welcome if you're new, and if you're returning, thank you again so much for coming. Hi, Vader is like to say hi as well. Hello. He has been all up in my, ouch, oh my god, that hurt, dude. His claws kind of just, my tummy. Anyway, sorry. Well, that's a good start to the video, right? Okay, so this is a collective reading for the North Node in Libra. Just to clarify, that doesn't mean that you have to have the Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus in Libra. This is totally different. This is your North Node. Reason why I do my readings for North Nodes is because I feel like we're kind of, we all have all zodiacs pretty much in our birth chart. So we're a little bit of all the zodiacs. But if your North Node is, your North Node is your life purpose, your path, your destiny. So that, to me, is more so what I think we would like to know more about, right? And have guidance on. So that's why I kind of was guided to do these type of readings. So this is for the Libras, for North Nodes. And this month, it's all been kind of just what has been calling my name, what Oracle and Tarot deck. So they've all been a little different. All right. Well, I hope this has a good positive spin. It's helpless and hopeless. Hope you can see that, where it's basically a person, looks like a masculine, who is looking at the mountains, but it's like either a sunset or a sunrise, and they've got two options, I think, to head on to this new horizon. Both have a mountain to cross, but it's like the sun is like the carrot at the end. So you might have two options of where to go. Both are going to have some difficulties, but they're both going to be worth it. But you can only choose one. Okay, I'm reading this because I am a North Node Libra. And I've been waiting and waiting for this reading because I'm like, what is going on? Let's see. Okay, here we go. Okay, looks to be, this is Eight of Swords. That's what this is. This is the Psychic Tarot for the Heart by John Holland. I can never really just grasp immediately for what suit it is. So this is the Eight of Swords. Restricted, obstacles, powerless, action. While the title of this card may sound bleak, don't let it scare you. This card arrives as a wake-up call to adjust your thinking about a situation or a relationship. You may feel that obstacles have been placed in your way, preventing you from achieving your dreams around love. You may think that your situation is beyond hope and that you are powerless to improve it. Nothing could be further from the truth, however. All that is required is a willingness to take action. Assess your current state of affairs and decide what needs to change. Then take decisive steps to make those changes and move yourself into a position of empowerment. Take action. You take charge of the situation. Feel the power in that. Recognize that you do have the ability to create the relationships of your dreams. Nothing can hold you back unless you let it. Take charge, step into your power, and watch your relationships flourish. Wow. Okay, see, I was like, okay, this looks daunting, but I really hope that it comes through with some good positive energy, and it did. So, oh my gosh. Okay. But I still feel like there is some choice here. There would be no reason that there's two staircases if there wasn't a choice. But, okay. What else can we know about this? Ooh, see how beautiful that flew out? It, like, floated down. Ugh. But it's 5 of Cups. Which is so, you know, I think it's always regret, sadness, just not being very content with how things have played out, maybe how things are currently playing out. But, I mean, one of these heads, it's like a mannequin's all up in the area, but one of them has a sword, which is interesting because this is not swords. It's weird to have another suit showcased in a different suit. Not too often does that happen. Not in this deck, at least. I've just noticed that right now for the first time. So there might be some truth, again, that needs to be acknowledged and not ignored. But 5 of Cups, I'm going to read this because I really have never seen this card as deeply as I am now. This is Cups. Okay, here we go. It says, you have gone to great lengths to pursue that which you love, and too many things have gone wrong. The 5 of Cups, or chalices, indicates that your passions have yielded sharp disappointments and regret. A once beloved thing has soured. Do you cut and run, or do you strengthen your resolve to carry on? Cut and run, resolve and strength, and carry on. I think you know exactly what this bitterness and regret and sadness of something that you really, really wanted. And seeing that maybe it's not going to go to fruition. It's not going to carry on in the way that you really thought it would. What else can we know? The Hermit. What you're being called to do right now by the Divine is to go inside and probably meditate and see what is the lesson here and how you want to proceed. But the Hermit is always an internal. You can't get the answer from anywhere else. There's nothing external you're going to get this answer from. It is going to have to be like from within. And there'll be some satisfaction there because once you can see yourself having the answer and knowing that it's a deep knowing. Anything else about this? The Hierophant. So that's a lesson. It's also a commitment. That signifies anything that's a soul contract, whether with a soulmate, with a twin flame, it is or a child or family member, which all the childs and the family members are soulmates, so really that kind of lumps into the same. But it is a lesson. Whatever this was, you might actually realize that this person, this relationship that you desperately thought was, maybe desperate is a strong word. Maybe that's not what I meant. That's not what I meant. This relationship you thought really was just meant to be a lesson and one that you move away from. But you'll know this for yourself. Again, it did say this is a choice. You have to make that choice. So some of us are going to be heading on and moving on, and the others are going to be strengthening that resolve to stay and stick with it. So, but you're going to have to understand what your path is calling for you and where your heart is calling. Listen, the keys, the answers are here. You got 2 keys here too. One for one's one path and one for the other, but you're going to have to see which key is your key. Anything more on this helpless and hopeless with a lesson to be seen? And we've got, okay, so I'm going to, ball and chain. An unhappy marriage, restrictions, addictions, codependent, trapped, heavy, weighed down, and emotional baggage. Maybe this is what caused this, but it's definitely, I think, what you're kind of going through. And it may not even be something that you're actively seeing. It could be very much an unconscious energy. And then we had the child, and then on top of that was the death card. So it's definitely death, rebirth. And then we had the butterfly over it, the transformation, the actual cocoon to flourishing. That was on top of both of them. So it really feels like the energy of something fresh and new, like a child. It's death and rebirth. That's all I can really get at. Something new and fresh has to come from an ending of some sort. And from every death becomes new life, a new energy. So it's all of how we transmute stuff. And you, I just heard, have to transmute this. You have to go within into this hermit mode and really kind of co-create with the universe to, I mean, the magician isn't here, but I'd be surprised if it didn't come because of the transformation energy. Because you have to transmute negative energy into positive for you to ascend and to elevate out of this. It's a big time for change, is the point. If there's the death card here, the butterfly here, and then the card that says new beginning, that's a lot of change. This is not going to be a time where you're sitting around and going to be sitting in this energy for long. Don't worry. You will not be sitting in this energy very long. Oh my God. Yes. And the Phoenix. One more card that exemplifies that you are going to rise again. You are going to put away all of these burdens, whether you see them, feel them, know them. They will be burnt up to a crisp and disappear. But you do, I think, have to ask the angels and the universe for help with co-creation. And trusting the situation is meant to be how it is meant to be. Because I really feel like this is a long-standing wish that you wanted. And I'm just going to put in my situation. I'm not going to go into detail, but I will say something that I have wanted for 3 years. And I thought was my destiny, absolute destiny, with a soulmate. I just had massive clarity that was not my reality. That was not my fate. And it's like I had held on to this for 3 years with every ounce of my soul. I felt this was what I was meant for. And in like one day, it literally just disappeared. And it was just like, whoa, that was wild. How like in one day, one night, it could have gone into like, wow, I don't think that's not meant for me anymore. So like that's a massive change. To have a belief system so deep like that, just transmute into something else, that is the type of energy this is. It's going to be deep and massive, okay? And manifest. Keep a hold of your manifestations right now because you're in such a transition place. They are meaning a lot. What you say, yeah, I knew it, the tower. When that card fell, I thought I saw the tower. Like in my mind, I saw the tower. And then this one was sticking out, the tower card. So massive change in an instant. But towers always signify the crumbling of something that did not or would not stand the test of time. And guess who builds the towers? We do. Ooh. We do. That's confirmation. In our own life, in our own mind, in our own passions, we put that brick onto the other brick. We make that tower with our manifestations. And sometimes our manifestations, like I said, watch what you're asking for. Be very positive in your manifestations, because sometimes when you make manifestations 3 years ago, you might not have been in the same high vibe that you were now or are in now. And so that tower has a few bricks that are way out here. You can't see it because you're still on top, you know, like you're not seeing how out of line, how much out of alignment it is. So when you get so tall, it starts crumbling. And that is, you know, something that you can't really, you got to let it fall. And you got to keep building. And it's, you know, some towers, it will be like that. Not everything is going to be a tower, is the point. Some of the stuff you're manifesting is a perfectly solid, built on solid ground manifestation. Because there are just some things that what is meant for you is meant for you. And I will say this, just from even my hermiting from this whole situation. So I'm going to share it because y'all have the lucky extra piece that I have, like my own personal experience with this, that even if this is something that you've wanted for a really long time and you thought, like, don't be holding yourself like frustrated or upset with yourself that maybe, like, how did I get confused about this? Why have I been waiting through, you know, like this long and not seeing the truth when everything felt like that was the truth? Don't focus on that. Focus on the fact that if you did feel that way, you were meant to feel that way at that time for that long. It must have served, it served some contract. And everything is for your highest good. So if you did, for whatever reason, there was a purpose. And now there's a purpose for you to have, like, you know, okay, I'm awake now, you know. It says, I've felt you through this whole separation. Oh. And then it says, I found the key. Y'all, the Hierophant, like I was just telling you guys earlier, it says, I found the key. Here is the key. One of these two. One of these paths. And I'm going to say this card was, I felt you through this whole separation. This will be applying to you however this applies to you. But this could be somebody who could be coming back. That, like, again, this could be for the path of, for those of you that want to keep on with this resolve and, like, keep on with the path of gaining your resolve and sticking with it. Because that's what you're called to do. So this could be that situation where it's like, okay, Like, we might be separated, but I feel like I'm being called to continue on. So that could be for them, for that group. For the other group that is going to choose the new path, I feel like this card still has a super big importance, because I really feel like you might meet somebody that is a soulmate that you've spent many lifetimes with. And so it's like a coming home when you meet them. And that would still be like, I felt you through this whole separation, like coming home. And you're like, wow, that could have been lifetimes ago. That, you know, like, or since last lifetime, right? So take it as it resonates for whoever. And then it says, I know I can give you exactly what you most desire in this lifetime. Wow, that's gorgeous. And that was just, isn't that interesting? I was just talking about lifetimes with the separation card and that soulmate. And then the next card that comes out talks about literally the word lifetime in it. And they now, like, it's like, I swear, some of you guys are about to meet someone who is a soulmate, a deep soulmate. And then it says, I want your lips. I mean, obviously that shows a desire, but it also is a signaling of, every time I hear it, it screams at me. It's like, I want to kiss and make up. And that goes along with that separation card, where it's like, there has obviously been some sort of separation here. So, you know, someone just wants to keep moving forward and make up. So, I feel like there's one more card. I think like one of these. And then we'll be done. This is my self-created oracle called Mixed Tape Oracle. It's lyrics. Okay. One last message for the collective Libra North Node. We need an upbeat here, guys. This is an upbeat reading. I hope you take it from that, even though as soon as I said it, I was like, I feel the heaviness with this, especially with not realizing possibly something that you've wanted for a long time is not possible. That is a very heavy energy. So that's the only reason why I said, let's get something uplifting. This is an uplifting reading. Oh God, this song is so deep. You all need to listen to this song. Maybe there's a message in it for you. It reaches my core when I hear this song. So go listen to it. The song is called Where Am I At? And it's by the artist named Max. And it says, my heart's been leaking so much. The love that you gave, it was more than enough. I'm afraid to send you on your way, 'cause nothing about me feels the same. I'm afraid to send you on your way. I almost feel like this other relationship that you might have been focusing on energetically feels you, if you're walking away, energetically feels you walking away. Because how could they not? If you've been focusing and putting your manifestations toward this person, whether or not you see them or not, it's an energetic connection. They will energetically know when you're walking away and kind of cutting that cord. So I feel like maybe this is going to be something that not only you, but the other person is going to feel too. So I don't know what that means. What does that mean, Spirit? What will that mean for this person? Oh, geez. Okay, too much. I'm going to get another one, but there is a magnifying glass. Maybe seeing that they need to actually make some action. They got to do something. They got to take advantage. Like, they got to make a change of some sort. Okay, what is the What is the result of this? Okay, let's see. Yeah, this was one of those cards from that last one, so obviously all those cards were pertinent. Seeing that there has to be something that changes. It cannot stay this way any longer, but it does say end of the season, and it does say connected, sees both sides, chameleon, deceptive, empathetic, and changeable. And the last one is maybe more information is needed. So with that, I'm going to ask for one more card, Spirit. Third time in this reading, we've got the key. There is some key that is literally providing more information. It's a solution. It's breaking out. It's liberty. It's something that's helpful. It's also something that is just opening up a lock. Possibly the heart chakra too. Oh, some sort of communication. This did say editor, so maybe you're reading something, seeing something, but there is some conversation. Conversation about maybe your feelings, your emotions. Is this an energetic conversation, or is this like possibly it's intuition? The moon came out, or maybe the moon is coming. There's like a moon on Thursday, or like 4 days from now. There might be the moon is going to maybe change this situation and bring a conversation. And it is energetic. It's the spirit. This is the element of spirit. Allow for divine timing. So, something is coming, change is coming, but you have to actually be the one who is going to be leading the charge internally. So, I hope this has provided some sort of help and guidance for you. And it's the end of the calendar year, so I hope you have a great rest of the year. I'm pretty big into the end of the zodiac year. That's kind of what I kind of follow suit with, the end of the year. But I know we live on Earth and there's a calendar, so this is the end of the calendar year. So I hope you guys have a great rest of the 2022 and set some really great intentions for 2023. And you'll make it through this. This is only going to lead to your highest good. So please like the video, and please support the channel by liking it and commenting, even if it's just with an emoji, because that way we can get this message out to more people who could benefit from it. That's how we as a collective can help others. So thank you again for watching. Y'all take care and have a great end of the year. Bye.